everybody, Jeppy here, and today I have a commentary style video on why your Valorant rank means nothing. I know half of you watching probably just reacted like you got shot through the heart with a bullet named Lies, but it's the truth. It's a very real thing I've been experiencing lately, and honestly, I feel like people care about their rank too much in Valorant, and here's why. Well, we all know it's an amazing feeling finally achieving that goal of hitting that rank you've been grinding to get. It's great, honestly. You get that rush of excitement and accomplishment when it finally happens. But honestly, guys, it doesn't matter. And no, I'm not saying that your sense of achievement and the grind to get there doesn't matter. Well, let me explain. Cypher, if you may, can you throw up every rank in Valorant up on the screen? Now, can you make 3 categories? Let's label the category on the left below average, the one in the middle, let's name that average, and the last one on the right above average, of course. In between each category, let's add a highlighted line as a buffer zone. I'll explain this in just a little bit. Now let's line all the ranks up from Iron on the left all the way to Radiant on the far right. Let's place Iron, Bronze, and Silver in the below average, with Silver landing in that buffer zone. Now let's put Gold, Plat, and Diamond in average, with Diamond being in the other buffer zone. Finally, let's end it with Ascendant, Immortal, and of course Radiant in the above average category. Now, why did I make this graph here? Because I'm going to explain to you all that your rank means nothing if you're still grouped up into one of these categories. Again, I'm not trying to undermine your achievements. I also get super happy when I rank up, and of course get super sad when I inevitably derank. This is for more of the people who flex their rank on people and act like they're better than others just because of their rank. As you can see, if you're a plat, well, like me, I'm plat 2, and you're trash talking gold saying their rank is terrible, buddy, you're 1 rank off. You're still in the average category. Same thing for the below average. If you have a bronze, for example, trash talking irons, it's irrelevant because you guys are pretty much exactly at the same skill level. Now, I also wanted to use this graph to help explain that the skill levels between everyone in their respective categories is not that far apart. A gold can really have just as much skill as a diamond. It really depends on a few factors. Are you a team player, or do you queue up with people around your skill level or better? Obviously, it's a very common thing. People get boosted to ranks they really shouldn't be at, especially with how easy it is to manipulate Valorant's ranked MMR. If you got 1 or 2 people in your 5 stack that are far better than everyone else on your team, even with the decrease in MMR you'll get for the match of the rank disparity, what is it, like 25% or something like that, it'll eventually add up when you're constantly winning because of those players. So even though a player might be a few ranks above you, in a 1v1, you might actually turn out to be the better player. I included these buffer zones in the graphs with the silver and diamonds because it really depends on the individual player in which category they should be in. A silver can be pretty good and hold their own in gold and plat lobbies if given the right chance, while also another silver cannot be that great at the game and might fare better in the below average lobbies with the bronze and irons. Maybe that silver has a good stack to play with that ranks them up when, if that same player would have solo queued instead, they wouldn't be at the rank they're at, and maybe not even anywhere near it. I also included a buffer by the diamond players because some diamonds, even if they're solo queuing, belong in their rank and can hold their own in the above average players category, while some diamonds just have a good stack that pretty much carry them to their rank and maybe even above. This is why your rank doesn't mean anything. Now, guys, please don't feel discouraged if you're a hard-stuck bronze or a hard-stuck gold, for example, plat, or even diamond, because odds are half the people in your lobby don't belong in the rank you are currently in and are heavily influencing the matches. The enemy team, for example, could have a smurf, and since it's just incredibly easy to make a smurf account in Valorant, they're everywhere, dominating lobbies to help their friends out, and getting better ranks isn't exactly fun when you're on the opposite team. So there's really only one thing I myself am concerned about, and it might help you guys too watching for your mental in Valorant. I only care if I fall in one of these 3 categories, not my particular rank. I don't care if I derank to gold or low plat. I am still the same skilled player as I was before. I also don't really care if I rank up to plat 3 or diamond 1 because I'm still the same skilled player. My lobbies aren't getting any easier or harder. It only depends if there's a smurf on the other team or if I'm 5 stacked and the teams are incredibly unbalanced. So me personally, I only really care if I do hit diamond and can consistently hold my own in good solo queue lobbies in diamond. I actually suggest you all to start thinking about ranked in this manner too. It'll really help you out. It'll be a lot less stressful and you won't tilt as much if you go from like a plat 2 to a plat 1, for example. Don't let it ruin your night of gaming. Who cares? You're still the same skilled player as you were before, but you were in plat 2. Same thing for the immortals and ascendants. If you're a good ascendant, don't get tilted if you're struggling to hit immortal. You made it to the upper end of the ranked experience. You are in the above average category. Now, of course, guys, the skill levels are literally insane between an ascendant and a radiant, just like how a skill level disparity between an iron and gold is night and day too. Just as long as you're still in your category, guys, don't get upset if you're stuck there. So I also want to talk to you guys about a personal experience I've been going through lately that's really opened my eyes to the theme of today's video. So of my personal friend group, you know, people I actually know I play Valorant with, I have a few cracked out of their mind friends that are immortal and high ascendants. They're like literally insane. Now I will queue with them, you know, because they are my friends. And every once in a while, surprisingly, a decent amount of the time, I actually hold my own in the lobbies. You would think that a mid-level plat player, you know, like me, would get absolutely destroyed to oblivion in these lobbies, you know, with the high diamonds and ascendants and sometimes even immortals. But most of the time, I'm like middle of the pack when the game is all done. Now, of course, also I have my bad games too, like everybody does. But also, when I solo queue with my brother that has been like low gold for a while, we get easier gold lobbies when I queue with him, when I do it with him. Sometimes I'd be like the only plat in the match and I'd get destroyed. I would get just as many kills against low to mid golds as I did with high diamonds and ascendants. So guys, I'm just left to, what does this tell me? Jeppy, ranks don't matter. It's all about the individual player's skill level. You could be a gold or plat player, queue up with friends that are incredibly better than you and end up in a rank down the line that you would not be able to hold your own in a solo queue lobby. Same thing with the bronze queuing up with a bunch of golds in a 5 stack. Maybe that bronze will eventually rank up to the golds that their friends were in, but when left on their own, how would they do? Probably not very well. So I know a counter argument to this theory is that every squad or team has designated roles for the players, and maybe your initiator or controller or sentinel, whoever, isn't as skilled as your duelist or, you know, your chamber player, of course. And I'd say you're right. Almost every pro team, you know, for example, has a star player that centers around the fragging roles, and sometimes the supporting players of the team don't really get very many frags at all, but the team wins. So if we take the same mindset to ranked, you could have a 5 stack with, yeah, let's just say a few plats, a diamond, and 2 ascendants. Of course, the ascendants are going to be like on your fragging roles while the rest of the team fills the support roles. And it doesn't really matter about the rank disparity because the synergy and the teamwork you guys have makes a great team. So sure, maybe the plats won't be able to hold their own in the lobby by themselves, but with their stack and their dedicated role, they're a force to be reckoned with. So what do you guys all think? Do you think basing your skill or rank in Valorant is completely overrated and irrelevant to the true skill you possess as a player? Or do you think the rank matches the skill of that player really well and Riot did a great job with that? Let me know by leaving a comment down below. If you enjoyed the video, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe notifications if you're new. Now with all that being said, Jeppy out!